Hi everyone, so this is Marauders here again, and today I'm going to talk about the Asus T101MT's very interesting touchscreen. So here we have the Asus T101MT. It is a convertible tablet PC using netbook parts, so it's basically powered by an Atom 450. But you can go look up the specs and other details on the web. What I'm going to touch about today is the very interesting touchscreen which is available on the 101MT. Now, because this is a resistive touchscreen, you can use your finger or any other object to interact with it. And it's also a multi-touch screen with 2 points multi-touch, so it's a resistive multi-touch screen. Now, on first glance, if you're using tablet PCs and you want to write using the Asus T101MT, you'll notice that, just clear this off. Now, on first glance, there is no palm rejection. So as I'm writing here, you can see that my hand is also, my palm is also generating a secondary line on the screen. This is caused by my palm. Now, this is generally a problem with all tablet PCs because their touchscreens are basically, they don't have what is known as palm rejection. So the T101MT looks like it doesn't have palm rejection, but that's only because we haven't activated it yet. The T101MT comes with a little program here that sits on the taskbar. Okay, let's let the lens react a bit. Now see, now it's saying it's in finger mode. So if I tap on it and switch it, now it's in pen mode. Now that it's in pen mode, when I start writing, oops, let me switch back to my pen. Now you can see, as I'm rubbing the screen with my palm, the broad area where my palm contacts the screen isn't causing a point to appear. Now if I use something very fine, like the stylus tip, it's able to detect the strokes. Or maybe I'll use my fingernail. But if I exert a bit, if I try to make the broader points on my finger or something, you can see that it doesn't detect it that well. So basically, it does have palm rejection, but you have to turn it on. But I do realize that there is one little problem with this. The palm rejection is not perfect. So sometimes when I'm trying to draw extremely small areas, for some reason it might choose not to detect the stroke when it's in a very small and fine area, so it misses out on the stroke, but it's not doing that now. So but just a word of caution, the palm rejection isn't really that perfect, in the sense that sometimes from what I can tell, it thinks that the stylus tip is a fingertip, and therefore it doesn't detect your inputs. Doesn't happen often enough to say that do not recommend this for writing purposes, but it does happen enough to me when in OneNote for me to be a little bit peeved by it. Okay, so that was the palm rejection for the T101MT, but there is also another very interesting thing that this touchscreen has that just makes me wonder how it's implemented. So let me just go out here. I'm going to start up journal. Okay, so this is Windows Journal. It's just something where you can, it's like a notepad where you write things on. Okay, I'm switching back to finger mode first because I want to show. Oops, there you go. Now, if you're familiar with tablet PCs, look what just happens. Okay, I'm gonna draw a line with my finger again. Okay, let me just create a new one again. Make sure it's in focus. Okay, now if you're not familiar with tablet PCs, you might be wondering what the fuss is, but if you are, you notice that my strokes are exhibiting pressure sensitiveness. When I touch the screen lightly, it's a lighter stroke. When I press down on the screen, it's a thicker stroke. This means that this touchscreen is capable of detecting pressure sensitiveness. Let me just turn up the thickness so that I think I can get a more visible effect. Okay, let's try again. I don't think it has a lot of degrees of pressure sensitivity, but it's definitely there. And it's likely that this could also be the way that how it's detecting pressure sensitiveness when it's for the pen mode. Since if I, let's see, okay, notice when I use the stylus point, it's pretty much centered at one single pressure. But when I use my finger, might be a bit different. So when I switch to pen mode, now I write with the stylus. You can see that all of a sudden that flat line that was there when I was in touch mode is now gone, and you can see that it's basically like capturing various levels of pressure sensitiveness. I mean, I have no idea how well this pressure sensitivity is, but if you're a tablet PC user, you know that this is something special and it might be important for you if you're thinking of getting the Asus T101MT. But for normal users, I guess most people might not understand what's the revelation of this. But it's just something interesting to know if you're in the market for a tablet PC. Then let me see if there's anything else to think about. Nope, I guess that's it. Okay, so that was the Asus T101MT's touchscreen. Very interesting. Able to have both palm rejection as well as multi-touch on a resistive touchscreen, as well as pressure sensitivity. So really interesting. If it was pretty much perfect in pen mode, if the performance was perfect and doesn't have those minor glitches that I was talking about in just now, I would say this is definitely a very good tablet if you're in the market for looking for something to write on. But because it's not that perfect yet, I would say you should try this out in the shop if you can. If not, well, let's see if Asus puts this exact same screen in one of their e-pads. Then maybe it will be much better then. Okay, so this was the Asus T101MT. I hope you guys now understand how special this touchscreen is. See you guys.